Marvellous to be here. Really smashing. I don't actually get out much myself. You clearly do, otherwise you wouldn't all be here tonight. Fair enough. No, it's smashing to see quite so many people. No, the reason, as I said, I don't actually get out much. What I did was I went on this self-assertion course. I don't know if anyone else... No one's been. Fair enough. Perhaps you don't need to hear. I'm North London, probably the reason why. But anyway, they're marvellous things, actually. I want to talk about them because they're important. What you do on these self-assertion courses is you start off in a group of 12, and you start off, being assertive, I say, by learning to say your name over and over again, which is quite strengthening. And after a while, you get to do that on buses and things, rather marvellous, saying your name over and over again. That's your Christian name, and your surname. In fact, actually, last Saturday, we bumped into this other self-assertion group in Oxford Street, it was, saying their name over and over again. They're dressed in orange, all called Harry, all saying over and over again. Fair enough. Fair enough. But as I say, you get to feel fairly assertive. And what we had to do is fieldwork training exercises, which I think is, again, fairly apt. And what we had to do, the whole group of 12 of us, if you're still with the theme, we all had to go into this shop, and all 12 of us, and assertively, I may add, assertively acknowledge in the lift that we'd all farted in the lift. I think the lift attendant was aware of it in any case. Probably quite hard not to be with 12 of us doing. Anyway, fair enough, as you can imagine, I was feeling fairly assertive by now, and I was able to actually go up to this boy and ask him. Sorry, I didn't actually say that was why I went on the course. Partly why I went on the course in the first place. Anyway, I asked him out, and as you can imagine, I was feeling so assertive. I farted instead. Anyway, we got over that surprisingly quickly, actually, which was rather marvellous for me. And, we ended up the first date. And the lovely thing about this assertion course is that, they do give you helpful hints, what to do, do's and don'ts kind of thing. And they suggest, go somewhere familiar, watch a video, that kind of thing. So I do a lot of driving. I don't know if I share that with anyone here. No, fair enough. Well, anyway, I ended up in the car, brought a video along, and we were watching that for about half an hour. Got a bit boring. I don't actually have a television set in the car, but we watching the video anyway. So I don't know if there are any couples here tonight. I mean, there's no way of knowing, but no couples, fair enough. Well, you would know then, but a lot of body language started happening in the car. And I was remembering the release techniques. They're strong on that in the assertion. Well, you'd have to be, wouldn't they, the assertion course? Let's face it, let's not be silly about it. Anyway, I remember the release techniques, and he was marvellous, hadn't been trained. He was absolutely smashing, no training course at all. And does anyone drive a Renault 4 here? No Renault 4. Right, well, you wouldn't know then, but fair enough, that's okay, you don't have to drive one. But the handbrake actually comes out, there, demonstrate. And not only did he release himself up rather marvellously, he released the handbrake as well. And that's when the earth started to move for me. At least I assumed it did, because the trees started to move back, and we only stopped, actually parked on a gradient, foolishly. Only stopped at a Jaguar that was parked, well, I'll say out, it was under the Jaguar. Anyway, fair enough. But they give us a reading list on this course. I don't know if anyone's read the book. It's called For Men Against... You haven't read it. Fair enough. For Men Against Sexism. No, sorry, that's not for men. No, it's for men against... Well, somebody on the course said there's probably only 4 men against it, which I thought was quite assertive. Fair enough. But anyway, the author actually quite clearly spent a very long time, which is rather marvellous, coming to grips, as it were, with the nature of his sexuality. And I opened it up on the first chapter, and there were the titles. The title, I should say. The Socialised Penis. I had to laugh because I had sort of images of lots and lots of, sort of getting on famously with lots and lots of other, sort of going to parties, wearing funny hats, generally sort of whole the knob. Anyway, seriously, I think that's it.